Good day, students. Today we are going to study Unit 1, Part A, Communication Skills. Communication skills are those skills which are needed to speak and write properly. They allow us to understand and be understood by others. These can include effectively communicating ideas to others, actively listening in conversations, giving and receiving critical feedback, and public speaking. Communication. The word communication comes from Latin word communicare, which means to share. Communication is the sharing of information between two or more individuals. Purpose of communication can be to inform, like we may be required to give facts or some information to someone, example giving some news, or to influence someone, like parents and teachers influence children to study well, or to express feelings of joy, sorrow, etc. Now, what are the elements of communication? Communication is a two-way exchange of information, giving and receiving, speaking and listening, writing and reading, etc. Now, what are perspectives in communication? Perspectives are our ideas, views about someone or something. Perspectives affect our communication, like our past experience, prejudices, feelings, environment, or personal factors. Suppose if we don't like someone, we don't even want to listen to them, and then the effective communication cannot take place between such two individuals. Effective communication can happen if we follow 7 C's of communication, that is, we should be clear, concise, concise means to the point, concrete, using appropriate words, correct, that is the correct meaning should be conveyed to the listener, coherent, coherent means we should not use irrelevant words or sentences, complete, and courteous. Courteous means that we should be polite and respectful while communicating. Now, methods of communication. There are different methods of communication, like verbal, non-verbal, and visual. There are three modes of communication: verbal, non-verbal, and visual. Now we'll understand them in detail in the coming slides. First of all, we will study about verbal communication. Verbal communication is the use of sound and words to express yourself. Example, face-to-face communication or talking over phone. It can be oral or written. Now, what are the advantages of verbal communication? Advantages of verbal communication are that it is easy and quick, and we get a quick response. And disadvantages can be use of different languages and inability to understand the accent, or the meanings may become confusing and difficult to understand if the right words are not used. So there can be language barriers which may uh, make the communication ineffective. Now, next topic is public speaking. Public speaking means addressing a large number of audience and to become confident and effective speaker, we can use 3Ps method to get over our fears and become a confident and effective speaker. And the 3P stands for prepare well beforehand, practice a lot before performing, take a few deep breaths and be confident. So 3P stands for prepare, practice and perform. These 3Ps can be used when we are required to speak in front of large audience. Now next topic is non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication refer to gestures, facial expressions, tone of voice, eye contact or lack thereof, body language, postures and other ways people can communicate without using language. So in non-verbal communication, we do not use any language or words, but we communicate through messages or gestures or signals and through body language. Now types of non-verbal communication may be eye contact, gestures, smiling and facial expressions, body language, tone and voice of the speaker, like whenever we want to stress few words while communicating, then our intonation is different. And paralanguage means sign language, which is used by deaf and dumb people to communicate, and closeness and personal space. So all these are types of non-verbal communications. Now, what is the importance of non-verbal communication? Non-verbal in our day-to-day communication, most of the communication takes place using body movements like face, arms, movements, etc., and voice control, voice tone and pauses, etc., which has around 50% share in total communication. So in this pie chart we can see that 50% of communication takes place through non-verbal mode, that is body language, that is our facial expressions, eye expressions or body language or movement of hands, arms, and around 40% communication takes place through intonation, tone of our voice, and only 10% communication takes place using words or language. So non-verbal communication is most important in our day-to-day communication. Now next topic is visual communication. The third mode of communication is visual communication. Visual communication is the transmission of information and ideas using symbols, images, etc. The main advantage of this type of communication is that we do not need to know any particular language for understanding it, because only symbols or signs are used. Like in the picture we can see one symbol means photography is not allowed in this area, no parking zone, or you are under CCTV surveillance, or pets are not allowed in this, or this is a danger warning, or no entry zone. So just looking at these symbols, we can get some kind of information. So visual communication is exchanging information through symbols or images, like we see boards and banners on the roadside, and we get some kind of information looking at those banners and boards. In our schools also, this visual communication is used to give some important information to the students by putting that information on the notice boards. So these are different examples of visual communication.